So let's get started by talking about first this period that we're in. And I'd like to ask you, what kind of opportunities have you spotted and leveraged since this crisis began?
I think generally one of the hardest things to get for a retail consumer is just their attention. And we've absolutely got everyone's attention through this time. Everybody's, they're uncertain, they're afraid, they're opportunistic. There's all sorts of ways that advisors can come alongside them right now. And it's been a huge opportunity for our partner firms to seize on that and just not in a bad way, but just be really proactive, be educational, especially as legislation has passed for small business owners or whatever it would be. We have to be available. We have to be doing the research as marketers to create resources and assets that they're going to be able to deliver to people to give them clarity and confidence and help them more optimize their financial plan or make key decisions. So that's been a big thing for us and what we've seen right during this time.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I think that people are really hungry for information. So the more you can give them, the more receptive they are. The more you can communicate. Our advisors have heard for clients that maybe we don't have 100% share of wallet, when they call them back, the clients are saying, thank you for calling me back. So they may be dealing with other firms or even bigger firms that just aren't taking the time to communicate to them and actually make that phone call. And I think from a marketing perspective, there's an opportunity to even get new clients by, like Jed said, creating that content and then putting it out there, whether it's on social media or paid social media, and letting people download it and find out that, hey, my Mariner Wealth Advisors, as an example, can be a great opportunity for me to learn more about the legislation and all the changes that are going on.
Yeah. Abby, what would you add?
Yeah. So I do believe that, the communication has been critical. We've had advisors who have done really well right now in quickly and efficiently reaching back out to prospects that maybe had been on the sidelines for a while, and they've been able to actually get those clients on board during this time for a lot of different reasons. For some of them that you mentioned, they're not getting phone calls back from their existing advisors. We are providing them with so much more communication and education that they needed. And then we've also been opportunistic. We've been leaning in to find new ways of growth and looking at where we can engage with prospects for our advisors through content and programs that will drive leads into Hightower that we then promote out to our advisors. And that's been incredibly successful. So while you never want to be opportunistic in a crisis, it has been a time where we've been able to help people by even offering complimentary consultations for folks who are really confused as to what to do right now, especially in the small business owner arena.
I think with crisis, right, not only creates opportunity, but really a heightened sense of creativity and a heightened sense of adoption. And what I mean by that is, there may have been advisory teams that may have been evaluating how to use remote technology, right, or evaluating how to use, more video assets for communication. And, this crisis has really helped them move faster, right? And, we're working with all of our advisory teams to help them communicate with their prospects and their clients, where they are, right? And that might be, at home, right? On a Zoom call. That may be, when they need to take a walk in the park, right? Because they need to get out of the house, right? That may be, when they're driving, right? And trying to take care of things, because they can't be, in the office or in a store, right? So, this has required us to really think about, how do we adopt technology faster? How do we incorporate it into our workflow? And how do we get much more creative in leveraging those channels, right? Not just with the content itself, right? But how we position the content, how we deliver the content, and how we respond, right, to when people, engage with the content.
So everybody's hit on the same degree of that, of talking about opportunity and crisis. And a lot of times people they'll draw a parallel between opportunity and exploitation, or opportunity and opportunistic. But if you believe in what you have to offer, if you operate from a standpoint of service, then you have a moral responsibility to be offering, to step up to the plate and to offer your audience what you have that is of value. So I commend every marketer, I commend every business that has been stepping up and looking at the crisis and responding in the right form.